This week on Blitzed, we're reporting on training camp. Plus, the Patriots held a press conference to say nothing, and would someone please pay attention to Antonio Brown and Jalen Ramsey? All that and more, so sit back and crack a cold one. It's time to get Blitzed. Welcome to Blitzed, where we talk NFL and rate popular drinks at the same time. Training camp is underway, and sometimes you just can't get an Uber when you need one. So you got to find another way, like Antonio Brown or Jalen Ramsey. Plus, some big names have moved teams. So what's the strangest one to wrap your head around? We'll also bash the Patriots. Plus, what's the biggest no-brainer thing that will happen this upcoming season?
Huh?
And thank you. And for those of you listening in, thanks for tuning in to our last show.
Well, ever.
No, not ever.
Thank goodness, because this sucks.
Yeah. If I only got rid of two hosts, it'd be great. Before we start doing live video shows of Blitzed, we'll continue to do our regular audio podcast as well. But for those of you who are dying to see the catastrophic effects of poor alcohol management on the human body, tune in on August 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern, mostly Coach, for our very first video broadcast. So much to cover tonight. But first, for the last time behind the veil, let's introduce our host.
We should stay behind the veil.
Introducing tonight's starting lineups. The coach,
Seriously, I did not know about this. This is so awesome.
the rookie,
Get out there and smash.
and stats.
I'm just the stats guy. I have no idea.
That's kind of my thing. That's my thing.
When I can and can't talk.
I know.
Is there any time?
Because it's hot out, our barkeep has prepared an Island Breeze cocktail for us tonight, which is made of Grey Goose vodka, pineapple juice, and a splash of grenadine or cranberry juice. And cranberry juice. It's very refreshing. And speaking of islands, if you had to spend a whole year on a deserted island with an NFL player, who would it be? Should I repeat the question?
Who's the only female NFL player of all time?
What just happened? I was watching him stare at the
It's because he's like the Manchurian candidate staring at the teleprompter the whole time. You're killing me.
He's like trying to high five me.
He can't do it.
Okay, what's going on here? What are we?
You put his screen in front of the rookie and he just locks in like a zombie. Okay, guys.
So good.
Speaking of islands,
yeah.
if you were on a deserted island for a year,
A year?
what NFL player would you want to be deserted on that island with?
Someone who's really good at lots of things. Okay.
Good answer.
Good specifics,
Mine
Coach.
would be Gronk.
I'm working on it.
Because Gronk always seems to bring the party to him.
Someone will show up.
You'd be in a rave, and you'd be like, "I thought this was a bandit. I thought this was a deserted island. We got Marshmallow DJing a set here. What's happening?"
I like it. For no particular reason, I had Christian McCaffrey. It just popped in my head. And I think I know why. The guy does like everything. I think that's where I was going with it. I was like he's just gonna. He could probably chase rabbits down, and we could have a rabbit stew. Like the guy seems like he could do whatever, and he would just the little hut would be built. The guy just wouldn't stop producing shit.
I can see Coach being 300 pounds.
Yeah, I know.
And McCaffrey
Over there.
You think you're gonna chase that pheasant down, Christian?
Exactly.
I'm getting a bit hungry.
Up the tree.
Think we can have an omelet for breakfast?
He's directing McCaffrey around, and when the rabbit goes by, he just takes a stick and he's like, "Oh, my God, I missed it.
Yeah.
I missed it.
This close. This
That close." Christian, he went that way.
There's like on a rock wall. There's
Hey,
like
Chrissy! Hey, Chrissy!
Yeah.
He went into that bush over there.
there's like a what do you call it? A counter. It's like dinners. Christian, a million. Bill, one. Knocked a coconut down once and had that.
But I'm the coach.
Oh, you're the coach.
Coaching him up.
You're just
Coaching him.
okay,
That's why
I
he's
see.
so good.
Wow, way to bring
Right?
it full
Well
circle.
coached.
Right?
Nice
I
work.
like that.
I like that a lot.
I call him
Wow.
C-Mac, by the way. C-Mac.
Oh, C-Mac.
Yeah. Just
C-Mac.
not Christy.
Whatever
C-Mac.
gets you more rabbits,
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
If you'd like the recipe for the Island Breeze cocktail and want to find out what we'll drink on our next show, just visit blitzfootball.com and check out our Blitz Barkeeps blog, which is called Behind
The Veil.
That's our show.
Yeah.
Behind the Stick.
That's hot. That's hot.
With 7.5 sacks, 55 combined tackles, and 16 QB hits last year, the NFL Network recognized Bears defensive end Akiem Hicks as the 39th best player in the NFL's top 100 players list. Despite the fact that the year before, Hicks had 8 sacks, 54 combined tackles, and 20 QB hits, and he didn't appear on the list at all.
You barely got that last
Here's
sentence
my
out
question. Thank you, I'm drunk. Here's my question. Was defense just outstanding in 2017, or is the NFL's top 100 list just hot garbage?
I completely agree with that whole thing. I love because Akiem Hicks.
What?
No.
It was an either or.
I know, but no. Fuck off.
Two different
Just
ways
fuck
of
off.
saying yes to a multiple choice question.
Yes and yes.
All of the above.
I hate you guys.
I'd like to say D, all of the above.
Who's gonna
Moving on.
Yeah.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl? The
Yeah.
Patriots or the Rams?
Yes.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both
I
of them.
love them both.
Yep,
Love
they're
them both.
great
No,
teams. They're both
Come on,
great teams.
bring this back here.
Let's do.
I loved Akiem Hicks 2 years ago. He was amazing. Like he was exactly what this says. He was that underappreciated, the under the radar guy. I think Khalil Mack came there, and the defense obviously was great. The defense did amazing, and he suddenly emerged as someone people knew. Right, but he was always that good, or like you say, even better from the stats. But he was amazing the year before Matt got there. He was just
No, his stats actually got worse with Mac there.
no. But that's it.
And then he made the list.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
before Matt got there, he was amazing.
He was.
and unnoticed amazing.
Totally.
And then Matt got there. I mean, they're not a ton worse. They're a little bit worse, but I mean, he just got recognized because of that star power, and of course because the defense was so good. They just got into the conversation. Before that, there could be good Detroit Lion players. Who knew? Right, but no one knows because no one's
I would
watching.
hope NFL journalists. That's what I would.
You would hope.
Let me I'm going to retrack a little bit here. I'm going to ask you the question again. Okay? I'm going to ask you one more time. So you said, and I quote, this is you, by the way. Like, I'll quote you here. You said the stats aren't that far off. You're right. The stats aren't that far off. The question is,
What's
he
the
had
question?
7.5 sacks and 55 combined tackles and was 39th on the list of 100. But when he had 8 sacks and 54, you're right, the stats aren't he wasn't even on the top 100.
That one combined tackle was the difference.
That was the difference.
That's it. So, to answer the question, I'll take a stance here. The list is garbage.
Thank
It's a
you.
shit
Yes.
show.
Thank you,
The guy
rookie.
fucking what? He misses one tackle in open field.
I don't care what
and
the question.
everyone on the fucking
I
voting
know.
committee goes, no,
not good enough.
Yeah, last year he
Hey,
would have made that tackle.
There's a
He would have
threshold.
made that
There's a
tackle.
threshold.
No.
He plays on the D line. A missed tackle is he forgot to fall backwards on a guy. Forget that. It's a
Shit show.
It's a
Come
total
on. It's
garbage
like
list.
every list.
It
it's
is
like
a mess.
every list.
I
So
I
bad.
agree
My
completely.
God.
I just want to talk about Hicks because I think he's one of my favorite players. I don't care about the question.
Yeah,
The
we
guy
know
is-
you just like talking about stuff. God.
Well said.
This is hard-hitting journalism. We do hard-hitting journalism.
We're trying to get to none of the matter
Let's
here,
get
aren't
to
we?
the bottom of this list issue.
So are we
Wow.
trying to agree if the list is crap?
The list is
God.
crap. We
Oh,
know
okay,
the
list
list
is
is
crap.
crap.
Is that what
What
we're talking
we're
about here?
trying to find out is whether Detroit has pistols to the head of their players. That's what we need to do some digging
Coach,
on.
the bar is closed.
Amazing. Last call.
So we got it cleared up.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
no,
clear.
we're good. Yeah, clear as
Clear as Virginia mud.
Unbelievable.
All right, let's just move on because I think we're really spouting facts here.
What just
Good
happened?
stuff.
I know.
No one knows. Prompter.
I know. It's just like, yeah, so how's it going?
First down.
Training camp has begun, and Wallflowers, Antonio Brown, and Jalen Ramsey made splashy entrances. Brown arrived at Raiders camp on a hot air balloon, while Jalen Ramsey arrived to camp in an armored truck to the announcement of, "It's time to get this money."
Oh, my God.
So what movie best represents what fans think of these kinds of entrances? Coach!
Yes.
All
Okay, I have
right.
a movie for this.
You did.
And I have very little to talk about, but I need participation.
You
on
have
it.
very little to talk about.
Oddly enough,
oh, my God.
Shocker.
Really came prepared.
Yeah.
Mystery Men.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the premise.
Great movie.
Oh, love
Great
it.
movie.
But the premise behind this is, and this is why I want to tie it into these two jackoffs, is that these are heroes in that show who think they're superheroes, but they're not that important.
Yes.
All right, state your name and power.
I am the Waffler. With my griddle of justice, I bash the enemy in the head, or I burn them like so. Oh, don't do that. I also have my truth syrup, which is low fat.
And these are the same guys. Like,
like this take
you look
already.
at these dicks, right? I mean, it's like they're treating them or presenting themselves like they're these otherworldly things, that they're so much better and so much special than everybody else, doing these fucking antics. It's like, just fucking go to work. Like every other football player says, I'm here to go to work. I'm here to commit for the team. I'm here to sacrifice. I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn. I'm here to all do these things. They come with a freaking balloon and a Brinks truck. Like, this is against everything I believe in football, and I just fucking hate it, and I just think it's bullshit.
Ultimate team sport.
Okay, so here.
Wow.
Here they care. I want you guys, and I have some ideas. I want a name. So everyone in Mystery Men had a name. So there's the spoon-flinging Blue Rajah, the shovel-wielding Shoveler, the ball-hurling Bowler, the flatulent Spleen, the Invisible Boy. So who are these guys? Who is Antonio Brown? What's his Mystery Man name? What's his nickname? And I'm thinking Smile. I'm thinking like all that glitters is brown kind of stuff. Like who would you go with Antonio Brown? What kind of ridiculous name does this guy deserve?
No idea.
I like the spoon guy.
A spoon guy? We'll call him.
Don't got one.
What do you got? I think you got it.
The brown
Blue
Rajah?
Rajah.
No, I think you nailed it before. You called him glistening brown. I just
Glistening
think
brown.
that's, why not?
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And the only thing with Ramsey, I'm thinking like this guy is just so he's just motor mouth.
Yeah,
motor
he
mouth
is.
Ramsey.
Yeah.
Like he just never stops. Right.
Yep.
Like the guy's just he's going to this level. It just drives me nuts.
Yeah, it does.
Just drives me nuts.
Yeah, it does.
Anyways, I'm done.
Jeez.
I'm out.
Coach.
Wow.
Bah.
Rook, what do you got?
He's angry. I've never seen him
Like
this
Mr.
riled
Furious.
up. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, I'm going a different direction with it.
Please,
I actually have a lot more to say.
Holy cow.
Okay, so when I was a kid, when I was like pretty young, I stayed home sick from school one day.
So yesterday.
And I distinctly remember I was actually sick, okay?
Oh.
I wasn't faking it.
Right.
I had a glass of apple juice and threw up, and now I can't drink apple juice anymore.
Wow.
Anyway, so I'm sitting on the couch.
Cool
and
story,
I'm
Hansel.
bundled up.
I didn't even know that one.
Stop it.
So I'm sitting on the couch, and
You're
I
like Hansel and Gretel,
Bundled up.
1982.
You remember when you were homesick and you could like basically make a bed on the couch?
Yeah,
And it was just great.
Wow, it's the
Yeah.
I'm bundled up and I'm flicking through the channels, watching TV, which is great.
Yes.
And I come across this movie, Princess Bride.
Oh.
Okay, so that's my first
Amazing.
time watching Princess Bride.
Yeah,
And I remember like one of those movies that you stumble. Remember when TV was a thing, and you could watch like you're like, this is the only thing on TV.
Coach is
Gotta
going back
watch
a
it.
lot.
Oh yeah. We
You're
know.
like, I guess I got to watch this movie because it's the only thing on.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so
Yeah.
you watch a movie from beginning to end, and you're like, oh my god, that movie was amazing.
Or you watch it partway through the end.
Yeah, exactly.
There's that. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like, oh,
So
we're 30
anyway,
minutes in. Whatever.
So that was my first
Yeah.
foray into The Princess Bride. Great movie. Loved it.
terrific.
And my mom, I was
Incredible.
like talking about it infinitely. I was like quoting it. It was
Yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Asked if we could rent it like the next day. Asked if we could
yeah.
buy it on VHS. Anyway, so then every time that I was sick, my mom would rent me Princess Bride. And so it became this thing where I started... Sorry,
That's
am I
awesome.
boring you? Is this boring? Yeah.
Well, I mean, get to your point. I mean,
Okay,
come on.
fine.
Wow.
So then I started noticing something.
Yeah.
Now, anytime anything bad happened, my mom would rent Princess Bride. So I'd be sitting there like eating breakfast, and my mom would like slip in Princess Bride, and I knew it was like Grandma's dead. Like I'm just like, who died? Who died? What's going on? And all of a sudden, Princess Bride became this distraction for horrible things
So now
happening
you
in my life.
associate it with something
Yeah.
awful.
So whenever my wife puts Princess Bride on, I know
no.
something awful
Oh,
has
no.
happened.
Oh, my.
All right. Where is the poison? The battle of wits has begun. It ends when you decide and we both drink and find out who is right and who is dead.
God.
Anyway, that's what this is. This is the veil
Oh.
in front of
I like that movie.
bad news, basically.
Wow.
And these guys are just putting on to the fans. It's like,
Yeah.
this is horse shit. Like,
Yeah.
I just need you to be a good team player and a
Yeah.
good football player.
Yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
need you. Yes, I like it on the surface, but behind the scenes, this is not good news. Something is happening. And that's what this is to me. Like a guy fucking showing up in a blimp, great. If you put up fucking 1,600 yards. I don't give a shit. Yeah, show up in whatever you want. But if you're all about the money and you don't have a good season, like, you got to back it up. It's got to be good.
I like one thing about this. One thing.
What's that?
That neither of them are on my team.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
Go Buccaneers.
Go Bucks.
Okay, so
Bucks till I die.
I'm really glad. I'm really glad you guys went in a certain direction on this.
Did we?
Yeah, I think you did. Because I went exactly the same way.
Yes. Shocker.
Yeah.
So I'm going with
We rehearsed in everything.
Totally. Yeah, and I'm going with a Jack Black movie, Nacho Libre, which tells the heroic tale of a monastery cook in Mexico who moonlights as a professional wrestler to raise money for orphan children.
It's pretty standard.
Right?
Is this a pretty standard?
Yeah, exactly.
Is this a good movie?
Coach is like, that's a movie? It's amazing. It was a hilarious concept, and the trailer looked incredible.
Really
like, when
good.
it came on, I was like, this is going to be fucking
Because it came out
hilarious,
close to
right?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Totally.
And it was like, another one, let's do it.
There
I'm
you
in.
go.
Orphans, listen to me. Listen to Ignacio. I know it is fun to wrestle. A nice pile drive to the face. Or a punch to the face. But you cannot do it. Because it is in the Bible not to wrestle your neighbor.
So you've never wrestled?
Me? No, come on. Don't be crazy.
But like most Jack Black movies, like Shallow Hal, Year One, and the critically maimed Be Kind Rewind, after about 10 minutes of watching Jack Black rub his belly and prance around and generally be Jack Black, I'm like doing the same thing that most fans are doing watching Antonio Brown and Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
I'm saying, enough of this shit
I'm not falling for
already.
this shit.
Fuck,
Not falling for this shit.
Do something, for
Yeah.
God's sakes. Perform already, okay? Be better than who
Dance
you
puppet.
are.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Well, no, he is dancing.
Okay.
And I'm saying,
Sorry.
yeah,
Missed it.
move along, be a better actor,
Not quite picking up.
right?
Your,
Do that
What,
guy.
you're dropping?
Be that guy. Be like the Holiday Jack Black. Be that guy.
That's okay.
Killer.
Right?
School of Rock Jack Black.
School of Rock Jack Black,
Oh,
right?
man. Killer.
Perhaps-
Jumanji.
Tropic Thunder?
Jumanji.
Tropic
Tropic
Thunder.
Thunder. Jack
So
Black,
basically anything
right?
Jack Black's in. Kung Fu Panda.
Pretty much.
Even Be Kind Rewind.
In
Not
fact,
that bad.
In fact, the three movies I brought up are
You
actually
like
pretty,
all
they're
of
actually
I knew I was gonna accuse you. You love Jack Black.
I do.
Good take though. I like it.
Second down.
As I mentioned,
Your
training
scarecrow
camp
joke.
just started. And do you guys understand what
Shut
an intro
up, we're
looks like?
talking.
Okay,
Shut
fine,
up.
Sorry, sorry.
We've got things to say.
Shut up for a second. We're talking.
Okay, carry on.
Oh, no, we're done now.
Yeah, no, we're done.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
As I mentioned, training camp started, and we now get to see some big names like OBJ and Le'Veon Bell in
Yep.
new places.
Pretty cool.
So what's the hardest thing you've had to see to wrap your head around this season?
Like in terms of players and shit like that, right?
You could actually answer this any way you want. I don't have to clarify.
Yeah.
You know,
Really?
in rehearsal, you asked the same question. I don't know why you do this.
I don't remember her.
Yeah, I know. You weren't there.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, right.
When is rehearsal? We rehearse?
I had no idea. Have we been doing that for a while yet?
Yeah, generally Clippy and I make it and just sort of stare at each other
And we
for
just-
about a half an hour.
The talent just rolls in?
The talent
Is that who we
rolls in.
are?
Stinking drunk, I might add.
We should get a balloon for our next show.
We should.
Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
great?
that would be
We'll
amazing.
just float in.
Wow.
I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
Why don't you roll out of an armored truck screaming money, money, and see how much you get?
Yeah. Okay, so you asked a question, right?
Should I repeat it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not even going.
I remember it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Something about something we didn't
What's
like to see or
the
something.
thing that you're going to
Princess
miss
Bride.
most?
Yes!
good.
Nailed it. Here's what I'm going to miss most.
Yeah.
And here's the hardest part. I'm a big Bortles guy. I love
Oh.
Bortles' presence.
You're
Way
the
to
only
go.
one.
Out of
Social media.
You're the
Just
only
totally
one.
went out of turn.
Am I not supposed to do
No,
this?
I was supposed to go
he's
first.
Okay, should we
supposed
just
to
edit
roll with it.
this?
Clippy says roll with it. Roll with it.
Rolling. We're
Rolling.
rolling. I'm
You're
a
gonna
big
go
Bortles fan.
You're green lighted. You're green lighted.
I'm going Bortles.
You're a Bortles guy?
I'm a Bortles guy.
I love
Have
it.
you heard some of the quotes that this guy puts up on social media? Like
No.
the most recent one, why he bought a Tesla.
Oh.
He said he bought a Tesla because he thought if he didn't have to go to a gas station to get gas, he could kick Chew. Like he's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I
the
thought that
tweet
was
tobacco.
my
Yeah,
way
yeah.
to stop dipping.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm good if I don't need to go to a gas station, I don't go to a gas station to buy dip, and I'll be healthier for it.
So buy a six-figure
like,
car and then quit
exactly.
chewing tobacco. Yeah,
Like
I like
Bortles
it. I like
in
it.
general is the lovable idiot, and I love that
Yeah,
about him.
yeah,
And you
yeah,
read
yeah.
all
Fair
these
enough,
quotes
fair enough,
about
fair
him,
enough.
and you hear about, first of all, he's Walter Payton Man of the Year finalist. You know, his team
Good for him.
nominated him.
You know,
he has
that's
a great
Aren't like 32
charity.
guys the finalists?
Yeah, but a team nominates one guy per team.
Oh, so
right?
it's either Jalen Ramsey or
Yeah,
Blake
exactly.
Bortles.
Yeah,
Is that
you
what
know
you're saying?
Jalen has a
Whoa,
lot
Tough
of money to
contest.
give.
It's the money truck
That's
guy.
why
or
Jalen's
Mr.
asking for more
or the
money.
lovable idiot.
That's why he's asking for more money, because he needs to unseat Bortles as the Walter. He wants to donate
that's
more.
why he's doing
That's
it.
why he's
Oh.
asking for more.
Can
Yeah.
I change my take on the
So
last
he's
one?
he's just giving the money to
Yeah,
charity.
he's giving the money
He's
away.
not raising it. He's
no,
giving
he's
it.
giving it. He's like, I need
You
more
know what?
money,
Le'Veon-
money. just so I
Le'Veon
can-
Bell gives his money to charity. Like, and any
Yeah,
female that
he
walks
does.
by wants to spend the night gets to take away jewelry.
Exactly.
I kinda like
he
this,
invites
though.
two females every
Yeah.
night into his house
And
to
just-
just walk away with all
And
of
just
his
take
money.
take a few,
know.
you know.
I
Anyway,
want
pieces.
the money for poor Linda
Right?
and
Yes.
Jamal.
Yeah.
Right?
Is that what he's saying?
And
Okay.
Well, it's more
Jamal?
like it's.
Hey,
Are there
Hey,
not kids named Jamal? in
I'm
the
not
world?
asking
There's
any. I'm
nothing
not asking
wrong
any
with it.
questions. No, there's
Oh,
nothing
get all
wrong
over
with
me
that.
about Linda then.
Nothing wrong with
Please
that.
do that.
Yeah,
Oh, fine.
yeah. Nobody's been named Linda in 28
Yeah.
years.
It was.
Linda isn't
Wonder Woman.
even a name anymore.
Wonder Woman.
Just so you
I'm
know.
sure Bortles will name his daughter
Yeah,
Linda.
well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
should. He should.
Or
He should.
Jamal.
Yeah, because it
One or the
rhymes
other.
with Sarah. That's why Bortles did it. Because
Okay.
it rhymes with Blake. He's like, I did it because it rhymes with Blake. Like, what? Anyway, so here's my
Oh,
problem.
he's not done.
Here's
No.
my problem.
No, he's never done.
You never read about backup QBs, and this guy's going to go from like the starting QB who's a lovable moron
Yeah.
to
Love
just
it.
some lost backup. And I miss reading about Blake. He is
Yeah.
the most lovable idiot out there.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's the hardest thing for me.
I like it.
That's.
like it.
I feel for you.
Yeah, thank
We'll-
you.
We'll dial up Princess Bride later.
Thank you.
For me, it's personal.
Oh.
Okay, it's
deeply
Nice.
personal.
All right. So
I think I predict
Cam Chancellor.
Yeah.
last.
Cam Chancellor from the Seahawks to the couch.
Actually, that is worse than this one.
Yeah.
But that was last year. So
Okay,
so we
fair
can,
enough.
that's
Right.
dated now.
Right,
That's
yeah,
dated
sorry,
now.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
No. So the
Frank Clark to the Chiefs. Got to
tough
be.
too.
Yeah,
That's
it's tough
too.
too.
That's tough
Yeah.
too. But Frank didn't really inspire a generation of Seahawks fans like
That's
the Legion
true.
of Boom did.
Russell Wilson to the money truck that Jalen Ramsey's driving.
God, don't get me started
Okay,
on
sorry.
that
Okay,
fucking
fine.
franchise-killing deal.
Just trying to ignite your fuse here
yeah.
somehow, some way.
Earl Thomas.
Oh,
Earl Thomas, who famously fingered his coach.
No
after
regrets,
getting-
by the way. Doesn't regret it.
Apparently not.
Love that.
Oddly enough, Earl's a nut job. Okay, he's an unbelievable athlete, but he's a nut
Yeah.
job, right?
Yeah.
And he's with the Ravens now, which that part of it I actually like because that's a fierce defense. He's a fierce, but I actually think that's a really nice sync up in terms of
nice
that
fit.
talent and
Very nice
the
fit.
mindset. But as a Seahawks fan, I mean, it's like what the hell? I mean, Earl Thomas did have that edge. Every team needs a few guys that have edge, that have that, I don't care if it's practice, I'm going to smack you. I'm going to do whatever I can to beat you because I want to make you better. Earl probably didn't care about making guys better, but that type of energy and that type of attitude,
He doesn't care.
He
about
doesn't
half
care.
of that
No,
equation.
so really a terrible team guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
awesome.
accidentally
Just
good.
bought himself a brake truck, by the way.
he
but
wants to hit people.
Yeah, all the time.
but doesn't care about them.
Not
No.
at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
But accidentally, he's helping them. If that makes any sense at all.
So the Vontez Burfict effect.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I like that.
Perfect effect. That's clever.
That's something we'll do next.
The
round.
Vontez
I like that.
Burfict.
the perfect
Oh,
effect.
the perfect.
the perfect. You really got to enunciate that well
You
to
do.
make it clear.
You
So
do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works better over video. You know.
oh,
Maybe
clearly
next week we'll
It
get,
really
or 2
does.
weeks from
Yeah.
now. On.
Nothing.
Hey, Clippy, do we have
We'll
a
pick it up.
perfect graphic we can throw up?
You can just whip that up. No,
Okay.
no, and keep your hands down.
That's the stock response.
He's got a sign coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
No, we don't got
Get
that.
your hand down.
Yes, sir.
Get your
Yeah,
hand
no.
down, Coach.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah, so that's it for me. Earl Thomas missing from my team. I think he's going to tremendously help another team.
Right.
It's a rough thing for Seahawks. Legion Boom is completely and absolutely gone.
Yeah.
It's a tough day. Tough day for us guys.
True enough.
But-
Isn't it strange? Because I think that you have certain teams and they have a reputation for something. And Baltimore
Totally.
has always had a
Totally.
reputation for defense.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. big
And
time.
even though they've gone through what I would say is 2 generations of players.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, since the 2000s.
They
for sure.
still have that reputation of playing really, really tough defense.
Yeah.
So, like, what is it? Because they cycle through defensive coordinators like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So is it just that you show up and it's the expectation that that's the thing?
I think that's a good point. I think as long as you have leaders that carry culture, and that's the nice thing with the Seahawks. Seahawks have a certain type of defense as well, right? And you want leaders to carry the culture and basically pass the torch, if you will. And they must have done a great job organizationally. I know Harbaugh's been there for quite a while. Maybe the GM has a good touch on that. I don't know him well enough, but that's the requirement is the culture has to be carried and then, of course, instilled with every – I mean, a generation of football is like, 4 years? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's a 20-year thing. So you've got to get these leaders that you got to build them up, make them leaders, and then have them instill it and keep going. And they must have done a great job there because I really like Baltimore as a team. I'm not a huge fan. You know, I'm not a general fan of them, but I like the franchise because they have that. They've really cultivated something special. A lot of teams don't have anything. Really.
True enough.
I mean, think about a bunch of teams. They don't really have an identity. And it's so important for a franchise
I
to
give
have
you
one.
the Buccaneers.
I was thinking the exact same thing. But there's lots. Like the Dolphins, do they have identity except for losing to the Patriots? Like, I mean.
Ace Ventura.
Laces out?
Excuse me. They have led the league for the last 25 years in sales of kids' pajamas.
Yes, that's true.
So
my brother got Dolphins pajamas when he was 7.
See?
And now he's a Dolphins fan for life.
That's not an accident.
No,
okay?
no, it isn't. Yeah.
God, Coach, find
Where
your
the
facts
fuck
before
did that
you
come from?
Yeah.
Start throwing stones at the Dolphins.
Stats
Jesus,
guy.
man.
Stats guy.
Unbelievable.
Stats guy out.
Can we get a sound effect for stats?
Stats
like
guy.
Stats.
That was a real mic drop moment.
That would be amazing.
You just
right?
killed me on that one.
I know.
Exactly. Stats.
That sounds so menacing. Yeah. So menacing.
You got stats. I love it. If it was just a big button that you could press. Whenever you stat somebody.
And it shows up. It shows up like boom, right? Oh, sorry, boom, right up here.
I want like that Staples easy button, but it's got to be stats.
I'd like it if you used it.
Stats, guys.
Stats, guys.
How about that stat?
You got stats. And it just randomly throws stats quotes at you.
You
got stats. You've been stats.
In the background, there could be
Stats
random
guy.
stats that just plop out.
Can you give us like
Clippy, come on.
burst effects
No.
with stats?
No, can't do it. No,
that'd be amazing. No,
Can't do it.
Just push out crazy stats. Crazy stats.
He's still looking for a picture of Burfict.
Yeah, still. We got Katy Perry and Baker Mayfield. Those are the 2 backgrounds we got.
Oh, there's Charlton Heston, I think.
Don't get it, but sure.
Well, okay, so
are we done? What's going on?
well,
let's
I
move
was
on
going to
here.
talk a little bit, but I went on a little bit.
Do you got time?
Oh, you're going to go.
Well, I'm going to talk about AB. I mean, because I think that is a weird thing to see. You rarely see players at the peak of their career demanding trades and getting out of town, especially when they're with a team where they are getting theirs.
Oh.
I mean, AB was killing it in
There's like
Pittsburgh.
5 of those guys this year.
I know, but I mean, but he's the most well, yeah, fair enough. but he's like the most prolific wide receiver that we've seen in a very long time.
Oh yeah,
and
on a great team.
Yeah, on a great team,
right?
And for him to force his way out of town to really go to, let's be honest, a rebuilding squad like the Raiders are. They're in transition. There's a lot of flux happening there.
They're moving cities.
Exactly. Like
right?
no one even knows if Derek Carr's really the guy or not. I mean, there's been signs of him being the guy pre-injury, but who knows if he's going to get his in Oaktown, right? So, I mean, I think that that's really weird to see him in the silver and black, and I think that he's probably at some point going to think it's pretty weird for himself as well.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, when he's like 13 weeks into the season, and he's got 52 catches, and he's like, motherfucker, man, I got Nate Peterman throwing me the ball now because
100%.
Derek Carr went down in week 3.
100%.
This is awful.
But is there a better fit than AB in Vegas?
Yeah,
I honestly think that.
I think for
AB in
for
Vegas,
football,
oh my God,
this is great.
It is great.
I agree.
And we've talked about this before. You need idiots. You need crazy personnel. Like as much as I don't like the balloons and the brinks, you love guys to hate, and they're the guys we hate.
Yeah.
Right. And that's also good. It's good at the entertainment part of football.
Gase will get rid of Le'Veon. He'll go to Vegas as well.
Yeah.
Just be like,
could you imagine?
It'd be crazy.
And then Big Ben will go there and retire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Works for me.
It'd be great.
I think it'd be
like
fantastic.
Clippy, let's move on.
Third down.
Can you be clipped too?
Patriots Director of Personnel.
Trajector.
In 3, 2, 1.
Are we going again? Let's do that again.
let's
Yeah.
try it one more
Patriots
time.
Director of Personnel Nick Caserio recently held a press conference in order to respond to the claim that the Houston Texans tampered by trying to interview him for their vacant GM role. In a stunning move, Caserio didn't address the issue at all.
Weird.
Slippy, let's roll that tape.
I believe this is now twice that the team has blocked you from interviewing for this job. Is it hard to put that aside and do your responsibilities now there?
I love being here, and right now we're focused on trying to get the team ready for this season. And I'm happy to be here, and I love what I do on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, here's my problem. Over the last 20 years, reporting on the NFL has exploded.
Boom.
However, these executives, coaches, and players over that period of time are saying less and less and less to the media for fear something's going to be taken out of context or a sensational story is going to happen.
Right.
In fact, the Patriots have made a sport out of saying nothing to the media, of course.
Yep.
So my question is, what's the point of even talking to football players and executives and coaches anymore? They don't say anything.
And it's
so
so
why
true.
even talk to them?
It's so true. And I'm as a Hawks fan, I look at the Russell Wilson conference, and it's just the same blather every time. And he's done it since day one. Like, the guy's a pro in that sense. Even Peyton Manning, let's get some interview from Peyton Manning. It's just going to be boilerplate shit.
Because he's not saying anything.
No.
He's just fed a script
100%.
that's just like on
Exactly.
fucking
100%.
teleprompter.
He goes through it much more. No, don't stare at it.
Sorry,
don't
I said it.
Stare
I said
at
it.
I know, you
Can't
got
even
it.
say it.
But I think this is why we love the guys that don't follow the script. The Ocho Cincos of the world. Like, those guys that are just like,
Right.
they're just out there and they're loving football and they're not trying to cultivate the perfect image. They're just out
Perfect
there.
image?
I know,
perfect image?
The perfect image, yeah.
The perfect image.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
I misheard you.
Yep.
But we like those guys because they give us something.
Yeah.
And like I say, more and more players are being literally coached to be media savvy, which is smart for them.
Yeah.
But you like the guy that can handle that. That can kind of kind of bridge that line where he's got that personality where he's just a genuinely fun guy, so he's not going to be a dick, not going to be too egotistical, but he's just able to banter. So there's a few guys out there. Often they're kind of sort of understudies, if you will. Like Luke Wilson for the Seahawks was a tremendously funny guy. No one hears his name, but he had a hell of a good time with the press, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to flip this.
Please do.
And I'm going to go at it from a different direction. Okay.
Is that what that means?
So what hasn't changed in the last, like whatever, let's say, 20 years of the NFL is
Converse shoes.
Yeah, Converse shoes. I'm in the NFL.
The forward pass.
The
is
fact
allowed.
that, like, the number of players on a team and the accessibility to the media, okay? What has changed? Like, media. There's fucking millions of media outlets now.
Right.
And they're asking the stupidest questions, and they roll up to you in the middle of, like, a shower post-game.
Should I take this personally?
You should.
I think so.
Because you're a
Why
media
do you
person.
take it personally?
Because
that's
he's
all I do.
part of that.
Oh, come on.
You're taking
Come
a
on.
shot at
I'm
a
not
guy
taking
here.
a shot at you. I'm taking a shot at, like, the elementary school Gazette interviewing these guys after a game, being like, give us, what do you feel about
Wait a second.
Converse shoes? Oh, wait, that was
Those
you.
guys
Sorry,
get those guys get credentialed.
Yeah, exactly.
The Sunny Meadow
Oh
Elementary.
my God, Sunny Meadow Elementary gets credentialed for games and we can't?
Exactly.
What the hell?
I'm not shocked.
What are they doing?
They get some hard-hitting questions.
Apparently, like Converse shoes.
These guys, okay, so these guys, they get asked.
Do you like gum?
Oh, my God. I'm trying to support the players here. Basically, they're constantly in scrutiny.
Yeah.
You know, they're constantly having not only, like, we saw this with Le'Veon Bell. It was like he took it the wrong way, but
Really?
it's some fat ass on Twitter like telling him to get on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Every single person is a sports journalist now because they have the ability to put themselves out there and say, like, I think Le'Veon Bell is fat, and like, yes, you can take it the wrong way. You've got to filter yourself, but everyone is a journalist, and they all have their soapbox, and they all have different avenues of getting their word out there or their piece out there.
And it's true, and you're right. And from last week, I think like the players have to moderate that.
They do.
because they're allowing them to
I'm not
be
saying
effective.
they're completely innocent here.
No. They just need to coach themselves. Because they're not doing anything wrong per se, but they're just being
Always
overly
brings it back
sensitive.
to coaching. Look at that. Always
I know,
brings-
always.
Gotta be.
He's got
Gotta
such
be.
a tight game on this show, on this program.
I really
amazing,
have a very small window
It's
of things
perfect.
I can talk about.
It's perfect.
It's just totally perfect.
It really
perfection.
Is. It's perfection.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. I like perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
That's PERIDF.
No, it's spelled the same way. It's spelled the same way. Second half, all caps.
Of course.
I've seen it on social media all the time.
No, I get it.
All the time.
No,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
Okay, so I mean, I'm with you guys as well, where I am getting tired of these guys saying absolutely nothing. It gets boring.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch those post-game press
Yeah.
conferences anymore.
There's no value.
But you got to say, like, every once in a while, you do get a gem, right?
Oh, God,
you get
yeah.
a coach that
Yep.
he's reached this moment where, you know what, he
He's
was just
done.
asked. He was
Oh,
just
were we
asked the
supposed to say this?
wrong question at the wrong time. Yeah, thank you for queuing me up, though. So, and everyone remembers one of the great meltdowns of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Cards.
Clippy?
Cards.
Do we have a cut?
No.
Oh, we do!
Oh, my God!
They're what we thought they were.
Sorry, was that loud?
We played them in preseason. Who the hell takes a third game in a preseason? I'm
shocked.
We played them in the
Is
third
it
game.
still
Everybody played three quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
This is going to work well live.
Okay, here's my problem. Over the last 20 years, reporting to the NFL. Oh, sorry, that's on the teleprompter. Sorry. Okay, so here's my problem.
So what's the point in even asking them questions?
All they're doing is reading off a script. So, every once in a while, you do get a gem like Denny Green losing his mind, or Jim Mora with his like playoffs kind of thing.
Yeah.
Clippy, do we have that clip? We don't know. Okay. No. So that's fine. So anyway, it's really great when you can get something out of a coach that, right?
But okay, I'm going to bring it all back to me here. Just
Please.
bring it all back to me.
Jalen, please do.
Like, did you
You're
see
a
that
millennial.
Serena? Did you see that Serena media thing where
Like Serena Williams?
Serena Williams,
What
where
team,
she was
what
sitting?
team does she play for?
The USA.
She's the one NFL player I'd take on the island.
Fair enough.
That's
Okay.
She could be a running back.
She'll be oh my gosh,
She could
be a
see
wrecking
those
ball.
thighs?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Anyway,
she would tear those rabbits right apart with her bare hands.
Come on.
Good old C-Mac.
Come on.
Catch that rabbit, hand it to Serena, and she'd be like,
My point is this. You can't
she'd have
trust
a quilt made for you the first night.
The only thing coming out of a Serena media kind of session was this question that a woman asked her in the media. She was like basically like all these people are saying you should stop focusing on women's rights and you should focus on tennis. Like, when do you think you'll stop focusing on? When do you think you'll do that?
Yeah.
And the news for like a week afterwards, like, you should see Serena's response to this question from a arrogant media person. And she was like, I'll stop fighting for women's rights when I'm in my grave. And it's like all over the news and stuff. That was staged 100%. That was like some Serena team member sitting in the crowd. And they're like, just let us flow with this here. So honestly, like, it's a shit show. You know, like, some of these things that trigger guys, some of these things, like, it's reaching a point where because it's accessible to everyone, everyone's in media, it's a shit show.
So I get it. So the Cardinals put a media member in the audience to ask Denny Green about the Bears.
Best actor of our generation.
Fantastic.
Best actor of our generation.
I think it was
I think it was Denny
a double.
Green, Daniel Day-Lewis.
I totally get it. I totally get it.
Rest in peace.
It finally makes sense, though.
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Or Denny Green?
No, Denny Green above Daniel Day-Lewis.
No, but who's dead? Who's dead? You said rest in peace.
Well, Daniel Day-Lewis is still alive.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
Denny
you
Green
said
is-
R.I.P. after...
Danny Lewis.
Yeah, but he's on the screen.
But it was sort of grouped together.
Oh, they're both dead?
No, they're not both dead.
You've been statsed! Stats! One of them is alive! You've been statsed! 1 for 2.
I'm still confused.
Stats guy!
Now, wait a second.
I love when stats is the answer to a question.
Daniel Day-Lewis played Lincoln, who died in the movie.
Whoa!
He did!
Technically.
We need that damn button,
Oh,
man.
man.
Oh, my
I
God,
we
do
need
we
that
ever.
button.
Oh, Clippy.
Can we get a button going here?
Give me a damn button!
Christ!
Do you have the button? Oh, you don't have it yet. Oh, okay.
No
We a-
buttons, guys.
we
He's on
asked you
eBay.
like-
No buttons.
He's on eBay.
We asked you like 2 segments ago. Come on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, don't look.
I've been reading it.
Andre the Giant. No look. Just drink one of your 108 beers.
a peanut?
Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill addressed the media the other day and said that he needed to, quote, work on his life skills. What's the next?
God.
What's the next biggest no shit statement in the NFL this year? 1, a coach will complain about the new pass interference replay rule. Number 2, Romo will predict a play before it happens. 3, Eli Manning will have a new crying meme on social media. Or 4, Robert Kraft will probably masturbate at home from now on.
Jesus Christ.
Well, first of all, he wasn't masturbating.
That's true.
He was being masturbated.
So he
Stats guy. Stats guy.
Oh, we need a great graphic.
Stats guy.
Oh, yeah.
Is that button up and running yet? Christ. It's been an hour since we asked.
Oh. God. You're a mess. You're a mess.
Oh, I can't handle it.
Who wants this?
Oh, God. I already answered.
He's done. Let me just have a think here.
All right.
No
Coach.
nonsense or no bullshit. Your question was bullshit. He wasn't masturbating.
That's
Someone was
true.
doing it for him.
Fair enough. Good point. Okay, let's just sit in silence while Coach contemplates the question.
Yeah, he's like, what was the question and the options again? And where am I?
And can I get a ride home?
Can we have a fucking serious take here for once?
Whoa!
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Bring it home.
Jesus.
I love it.
Right.
He's still just stalling, by the way.
Yeah.
Totally. Is there a fifth option?
What did he say again? What the fuck were the options? It's the coach one, obviously. It's always the coach one.
God, he
always the coach.
Always the coach.
I love that.
Always. No, there will be pass interference question marks and barking and whining and bitching from like the first quarter of the Hall of Fame game. It's like a week or two from now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the 1st.
Yeah, there you go. It's not that far.
Dude,
away.
it's
in like 2 days.
Yeah, exactly.
So
couple of weeks.
Within a week.
Yeah, sure.
But it's got to be that. It's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
A total mess. And we all know, we all predicted. And I think even the people that drafted, like, yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah.
We fucked up, and we're overdoing it. And that's just how the NFL goes.
Yeah.
They overdo it, and they come back. And it's the issue of being so scrutinized and so popular that you're just like, everything that happens that's crazy or at least is blown out of proportion, we've got to do something. And so they'll just mess it up, and it'll change. It'll be different next year. Yeah. It's gonna be a gong show, and games will be lost. The Patriots will probably lose another game because of it. That's just happens.
Fuck you, man.
Well, no, Dez will catch it this time.
Well, that's true.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's going to be a total gong show, and it sucks because it's going to be real for some teams.
Yeah.
All right.
Are
we done?
Good? I think we're done.
Let's move on. Let's kill this.
Like for the
Okay.
night.
That's about all the time we have for this week. I'd like to thank the barkeep for what I guess was a great drink. Oh, shit, that's an old script. For a great drink. I think it was amazing. And it was a good drink.
It was a great
I enjoyed
drink.
It was a good drink. It was
enjoyed it.
tropical.
Great drink.
It was tropical.
I love the
Island
tropics.
breeze,
Right?
baby.
Who doesn't like the
Exactly.
tropics?
Yeah.
Of course, every time I have one now, I'm going to think of Serena Williams tearing apart rabbits. I'm just saying.
I think about that every time I drink anyway.
Or a coach at 300 pounds sitting on a lounger
Chrissy!
with just a stick.
Chrissy,
you missed it. It went in the bush.
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Also, come feed me these grapes and fan me with this palm frond.
That actually sounds pretty damn good.
Coach needs a foot massage. If you'd like to hear more episodes of Blitz, just visit blitzfootball.com or subscribe.
And surprise me!
And surprise! We're on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you find podcasts. Yes, they will have a surprise. Or tweet us at blitzfootball. We might even respond. Thanks again for getting Blitz.
You know
with
what?
us.
You're a shit show.
I totally am.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How did I get this job?
Because you ate it up.
Stats God!